The weird. Peace. Welcome to Spears and Mikes. We're gonna talk about why told me he just drank some lean, but he lying. No, he ain't drinking no lean. It's like V8 or something.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
kiwi
That's what it
strawberry.
look like. It
It's
look like
kiwi
V8.
strawberry.
a lot of some shit.
Nah.
Yo, y'all
I
used to
used to
drink
drink V8.
V8s. Them shits is
Hmm.
nasty.
They are.
People
They
in the
are.
80s, in the 80s, 90s, whenever
Oh, it
they
was
came out,
horrible.
people were drinking them shits like that was like the rage. They thought that was gonna keep them
V8 V8
alive.
Splash was pretty good though.
Yeah, that one was good. No, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that one was good.
I never had the
I
V8.
don't even know. I haven't seen them. I don't think they exist no more.
Yeah.
Nah,
Uh,
they in the hood. You
oh,
gotta go to
word.
the hood.
Tomato
Yeah, you gotta
juice?
go to the hood.
So
Tomato juice?
today we're gonna talk about the Mount Rushmore, the so-called Mount Rushmore of hip hop. Um, I think we've all anybody that's in tune with hip hop has probably been seeing different articles or different websites or social media where people are popping up with every Mount Rushmore you could think of. The Mount Rushmore of hip hop from New York City, the Mount Rushmore for Philly, the Mount Rushmore, the Puerto Rican Mount Rushmore of hip hop. I've seen it all in the last few days. Um, and I'm just waiting for all of them to eventually come out. The Dominican Mount Rushmore, hip hop, AZ,
The Haitian
Fabulous.
Mount Rushmore.
Right. They're all gonna come out. Everyone wants, to chime in on who the Mount Rushmore. But I want to say one thing before we even start to dissect it or even talk about it is when we're looking at these Mount Rushmores, it's important to realize, all right, yeah, we could call rap hip hop because it's a part of hip hop. But if you're gonna say the Mount Rushmore of hip hop, then you got to include the other elements if that's what you're going to talk about. So if we're going to do a Mount Rushmore, technically you would only have one MC from the whole entire culture, one DJ, one graffiti artist, and one B-boy or B-girl. And none of that's being done. I'm surprised no one's done it. And maybe we could come back with a couple of brothers and sisters, some of our colleagues in the Zulu Union, if they want to build on that. That could be a dope topic if we could actually pinpoint who would be the most important to the culture. Probably be some type of pioneering person, like DJ wise, right? It should probably be Grand Wizard Theodore. The cliche answer would
Um,
be Herc, but you know what I'm
nah.
saying?
To me,
Rock Raider,
um, nah, yo. The greatest DJ to me ever.
Kid
This
Capri.
is my personal opinion. Nah, DJ Jazzy Jeff out of Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, no, technician wise, yeah, he's one of the
Yeah,
greats.
you got to
Absolutely.
throw that in there to judge
Yeah.
on the DJ.
That's
Like, and
that's
I, and
just
I'm
so much
I'm New
technicality
York.
though.
Like me, I can be considered New York biased, but as far as DJing, like I'm going with Jazzy Jeff, like
Yeah, well,
every time.
I think like most of the great DJs consider him their personal favorite and
All right,
someone they recognize as the greatest. I've
right.
seen a lot of people say,
Mm-hmm.
technician wise, he is the greatest DJ. And that's incredible. That's dope. Um, you know what I'm saying? But I think like that's what's important though. Like if we're gonna continue to talk about a Mount Rushmore of hip hop, then it should be one person from each of the elements. But
Yeah,
what?
because
Mhm.
not to cut your wisdom, but
No,
like
no, no.
I saw the West Coast hip hop Mount Rushmore, and they got Dre on there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, and Dre, not a rapper.
don't even write his own
That
joints.
right,
Right,
that's what I'm saying. Like, technically, he's not a rapper. You know what I'm
right.
saying? He's
Every
a
hit he has,
producer.
somebody else wrote it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it
That's
be
a fact.
Cube, whether it be
Jay
Nas, whether it be
Z,
Jay-Z, you know
right?
what I'm saying? Like
Whoever,
whoever,
right?
right?
You know what I'm
Whoever.
saying? And um, what you
Jay
want to
would
get
be up
into?
there
Because I,
still.
huh?
So
Jay would be up there though still, because like almost the whole entire West Coast comes from
Yeah, the sound, yeah, because of the sound.
where
Because of the sound, but that's one part of the West Coast sound, though, because the Bay don't sound like that.
right.
The Bay
They
got
got
their
their
own
own.
sound.
They got their
yeah,
They got their
own
own
Jay would
thing.
be up
You
there
got to
too.
throw
hyphy,
like
Fizz.
because
Mac Dre is
the
more.
Mount
Mac
right.
Dre
I
more
was just about to
legendary.
say that. I was just about to say Mac
Right.
Dre because like you got the Mount Rushmore of the West Coast I saw was Pac, Snoop, Dre, and Cube
It's pretty good.
Pac from Harlem and the Bronx.
and Queens. He lived in Queens too.
He lived in more
And
boroughs than
Maryland or
me.
some shit, Baltimore.
Baltimore. You know what I'm
Baltimore
saying?
too, right?
And his last two albums was West Coast.
Right.
He only had two West Coast considered West Coast albums.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
mean, well, um, strictly what was I Get Around on? Strictly for My Niggas?
No, I
Was
think that's
I Get a
Tupacalypse.
Tupacalypse Now?
I think so.
Right, all right. So
I think
Tupacalypse Now was like a Bay thing.
right.
What about
Strictly for My Niggas had didn't it have Majesty and Stretch in them on there
yeah, probably.
from Queens? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like
Right.
that's like where
and that
like
Me Against the World album was
Me
West
Against the World,
Side.
right? Me Against the World had Stretch in them on there.
Yeah.
Forgot
Yeah,
about
I
Me
don't I
Against the
don't think
World.
Pac should be included, but I mean, I guess like,
But
most
like
people would see him as a right.
Mac Dre, E40,
Cube Cube
JT, the bigger
JT,
figure.
yeah, right. The Bay, you got to kind of do keep the Bay in their own. You got to do
Yuck.
them. Yeah, yuck mouth. Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yuck
The other
Like
mouth.
one from the Bay would be like it'd have to be like E40 from that whole
E40,
entire
yeah,
album.
absolutely.
It'd be E40 and
But you
maybe
got to
Too
throw
Short.
Mac Dre up there too. If you're doing a Mount Rushmore with four people out of the Bay, like E40 definitely got to be up there. Mac Dre got to definitely be up there. I don't know, like you could like flip the other two because
Too
JT
short.
is a legend,
Too short might have to. You know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
too short from but too ain't too short from LA though
nah.
originally.
Well, I mean, he's from the Bay. I mean, I don't know if he ever lived in LA. I never
Yeah.
heard of him.
All
You
right,
know what I'm
so he is
saying?
from the
But
Bay. All
yeah,
right.
he's from Oakland. He is
Right,
Oakland. So
He is.
you
He
know what I'm
is. Yeah,
saying?
I mean,
Like,
yo, it's rough
it's
because
a lot. It's a
no,
lot.
it
Like a
is.
lot.
It is.
You talking about a brother that got a discography like that dude? His discography is
Yeah,
like
yeah, no, no,
is unmatched.
I
You know what I'm
know.
saying?
Yeah, so
His
it could be them four right there. It could be
uh,
E40, JT,
hmm
Too Short, and Mac Dre.
right.
For
I
real,
think
for
for the
real.
DJs, y'all might not like this, but I think you'd have to probably put Funk Master Flex up there.
Nah, for like New York City, maybe like New York's. Nah, not
And
even.
radio.
Like
Nah.
radio personality. If you gonna do radio DJ, yeah. Like yo,
Actually,
I'm not gonna
DJ.
take
I'm not
nothing
saying he
away from
can't
him.
DJ though.
Right, yeah, he. I've been
I'm
to
He's
parties, I've been to clubs with Funk Flex, and he's always had them rocking. The brothers,
and
you
he's
can't dispute,
broken
him.
so many
You,
records,
yeah,
and he's
I
been around
mean,
since
well,
the
he's been around
before
what 30 years out, like on the radio.
more
You got
maybe
to be
more.
like more than 30
more
years, right?
when Hot
Yeah, it might
97
be
was playing freestyle music.
35
Before he was on High 97 before it was even full time hip hop.
for hip hop. Yeah,
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 yeah, yeah.
yeah.
No,
Um,
I don't disagree, and I don't take nothing away from Funk Flex. That's a great thing, but like you got to put some of the pioneers on that list. Like you can't, you got
yeah.
to put like Grand Wizard Theodore. You got to put Grandmaster Flash. I mean, Herc to a degree. I mean he's the
Yo,
Godfather. Like you know what I'm saying?
yeah, I agree, but I disagree too because just because you're a pioneer don't mean
You're the best
that
at
you
it,
should
right?
be up. Right. It
Right.
don't mean you should be. And I'm not just saying they shouldn't be up there. I'm just saying in general, like we got a lot and be like, yo, you got to put him up there because he did this or he was just there first.
Right.
Like,
But them
I,
pioneers, even Grandmaster Flash, he's not doing what them DJ competitions and the
no,
MC
no,
and
no,
and
no.
the big
Not Rock Raider. He
judges.
not, but you putting him
Yeah,
over Rock Raider?
he's not
No,
doing
Rock Raider to me is one of the greatest, like
That's
technician
what I'm
wise, like.
saying. That's what I'm
You know
saying.
what I'm saying? Executioners in general,
Just
like
just
they're
because you
all of
was
them is
out there
crazy.
like at the jams and all of that, like just playing, not to discredit them saying they was just playing music and you know what I'm saying. But yeah, like Rock Raider. I'm going with Jeff.
Jeff
I
is
don't
dope.
care. I don't care what nobody. I'm going with Jeff. Like
He's
he
dope.
up
hmm
there. He's on there for me personally.
Qbert, definitely.
Cubert's dope.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
There's a lot. There's a lot of DJs that are deserving
Yeah,
of great praise and honor, like as far as like their achievements and but To do a Mount Rushmore DJing, we have to talk about, is it a party DJ? Is it a radio
Right,
DJ? Is it a
right.
technical,
But
a
I
technician?
like what you said though. I like what you said about like the Mount Rushmore hip hop because they're only using rappers to put up there, and
Right.
hip hop is more than just rapping. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But I want to get to what you said. What me and you discussed over the phone with the New York City Mount
Right.
Rushmore,
Right.
and you saying you didn't agree because
Right.
Jadakiss is not from New York City.
Right. Yeah. He's not from New
He's
York
he's from
City.
he's from Yonkers.
Right.
So I agree. I agree.
Right. So
Like
the
if it
argument, right, go ahead. Go ahead.
g- no, if it's New York State, then maybe you could throw him on there.
Hmm.
But as far as New York City is five boroughs. It's not six
Right.
boroughs. It's not
Right.
seven. It's not,
Yeah.
yo, we the honorary borough.
Right. Right. So
Nah,
you gotta be from Brooklyn, Queens, Bronx, Staten, you know what I'm
Manhattan,
saying? Manhattan. You gotta be from one of the
right?
five boroughs.
Brooklyn,
Cause
right,
right away, right? So in right away when Hot 97, I think, was the one that put out the New York City Mount Rushmore. And who did it have? It had Kiss, it had B.I.G., Jay and Nas. I think that was and Kiss, right? Jay,
right,
Nas, and B.I.G. and Kiss. So
right.
right away, like people were like, "Yo, Rakim should be in that. They bugging." I saw, and that's valid, right? Like, but here's the thing:
Rakim from
Rakim
Long
from Long
Island.
Island, Rakim not
Even though
from.
he used to run with a Brooklyn crew,
Right, right, right.
he's
That's what
from
I'm
Long
saying.
Island.
Paid in full posse or whatever.
And,
Like,
and Jadakiss is straight up like fake Harlem in the Bronx. Like he's not running around trying to tell you. He says Yonkers, but he's not like trying to give you like life in Yonkers. He's basically doing like New York
nah,
shit, running around in
everything is
Manhattan,
Yonkers with him. Like, I
Harlem.
Nah,
mean,
nah, yeah, his stuff was
You know what I'm
he's
saying? You
Yonkers
know,
based.
he's Yonkers
yeah, I'm saying
based.
he's from Yonkers, but he's not like you know what I'm saying.
Well,
All
it's
about
because
that, all repping Yonkers
yeah,
like
but
that.
like no, I mean, he does. He reps it loudly, but
He be in the city in
it's
Harlem.
it's a fine
His
line. It's
videos, he don't be in
I mean, I've
Yonkers.
seen him in Harlem. I've seen him on the way
right,
to Universals before.
That's what I'm
So
right.
saying. And his videos and shit is he don't
But
be
yeah,
in
right.
Yonkers.
But here's the thing though, like no, they do be in Yonkers though. A lot of videos I noticed it. But here's the thing, you talking about Yonkers that you dudes could walk from South Yonkers to the Bronx in 10
Right,
minutes. Like
right, right.
I mean really 5 minutes if you in a certain part of the Yonkers, you be
What?
in 240 if you be in
Yeah,
Riverdale.
yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Now you won't be
I
in
want
the
to Yonkers for that
trenches,
fucking
you know what I'm
thing.
saying? But you could get to like the Bronx for a 5 minute walk from Yonkers. But at the end of the day, no, Yonkers is not New York City. So you can't put anybody from Mount Vernon, you can't put nobody from Yonkers, New Rochelle, Long
Long
Island.
Island,
And we
or
understand, right? For those that's not familiar with the geography, right? Long Island is right outside the five boroughs, right? Because really, Long Island is Brooklyn, Queens, and Long Island, but that's a whole nother discussion. You know what I'm
right,
saying? That's a
right.
whole nother discussion because the five boroughs are the five boroughs. So Nassau and Suffolk and Long Island does not count. So it can't be no Chuck D on there, can't be no
No Doom.
That's
Rakim, can't
everybody
be
else.
no Doom, can't be no Keith Murray, can't be none of that. Long Island is Long
And
Island.
Doom
And
is in
then
my top five of all time. So I'm
Can't
indeed,
just
be no,
saying. I'm
no.
indeed.
just
It can't
saying.
be no West Side Gun, no
It can't
38
be no
Special.
gun,
Right,
no
right,
Benny the
yeah.
That
Butcher,
shit should just
no
be New
Right.
38
York.
Because
Special.
and,
Yeah.
and that's and
Right.
that's way you talking
And that's
about,
upstate.
man, you might
Right,
as
But
well
that's
right,
go
right.
drive
convenient
to New
for New
Hampshire.
York right now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
You know
No,
what I'm
that's
saying?
And the
definite.
sound
That's
too.
definite.
And the sound.
Right. Yeah.
The sound is
That's
definitely
the
New
that's
York.
the New York sound. Right.
It's
It's
crazy.
90s, it's grungy, it's grimy. I agree, but I'm just saying when it comes to New York City,
Hmm.
um I can't put people that's not from the five boroughs on a Mount Rushmore.
Yeah.
You just
So
can't. You
so
can't
here
put EPMD on nothing
right,
because they
right,
from
yeah.
Long Island. And
Right.
they one of the dopest
Yeah.
two-man crews ever.
And Eric is one of the greatest producers in hip hop as
Yeah,
And
well.
nah,
neither
that's a
one of them
fact.
is like super duper dopest MCs ever.
Nah,
No,
but they
No,
got it done though. They got
yo,
it done though.
P always criticizing
they did
somebody.
though, but none of them is
Nah,
like
nah,
lyrical
they're not. They're
fucking.
not.
You
They're
know what I
not
mean?
like.
Lyrical,
No, no,
yo,
no,
lyrical
no.
miracle. If P
Yeah,
Nah,
whatever you
say,
want to
it
call it, like
ain't. But it
Trey
ain't even
Bar,
about
none
lyrical
of them is
miracle.
bar
But
assassins.
nah, 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 nah. But they held their own on posse cuts though.
No, they
When they
did.
had when they
Yo, a
had
lot
when
of them
they when they
rhymes is
had Hit
dope.
Squad on it. Yeah, when they
Yeah,
had Hit
yeah,
Squad
yeah.
and stuff on it, they
But
they
when
they
you
held.
thinking of
I
like
just told
top
you I was
MCs,
listening
you're
to
not thinking of fucking
KIM, Keep It Moving
huh?
with EPMD, Redman, and Keith Murray. That
No, they're
song
dope. They're
is
dope.
crazy.
Eric gets busy. Eric to me is kind of nicer than Parrish, but neither one of them,
Yeah.
they're not in the
yo,
conversation.
they held their own.
Yeah,
Eric
You
and
didn't like
yeah, yeah.
Parrish,
El
they
Nino. You
held their
didn't like
own.
yo.
They held
Son,
their
Some
own
I
people
on the
hate
love
on El
them.
Eminem.
I
Nino.
love them, but you're not.
El
If you
Nino's
think of
crazy.
like who's the like out of top MCs, no one's picking Eric Sermon. You know what I'm saying?
No,
No
no,
one's.
no, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no, no,
no.
You know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no. Absolutely not. Producing now,
Yeah,
producing
yeah, yeah.
wise though, like
That.
Yeah,
nah,
But when you
Eric
think of
is
groups, when you
yeah,
think of
he's
groups
top
like
10 all time in hip hop producer
what?
wise. He's in the top
Yeah.
10.
Oh no, definitely, definitely.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Solidified,
yeah,
And
yeah,
they're,
solidified
yeah,
they're
top
like
10.
yeah.
they're one of the top
And he got
groups.
mad
That's what
understudies
they.
too.
Right,
Who?
right.
Who? Eric.
Yeah, Rockweiler is like one of his top students.
But yeah, man, I do fucks with EPMD. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm gonna give
Yeah,
y'all my
definitely.
personal. I'll give y'all my personal. And
Mount
y'all can fight
Rushmore.
with me. Um, I gave it a little bit of thought. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna say like this. For me, this is, and I'm gonna say this now because like it's very hard to go when you're talking about like rappers, right? We talking rappers. We talking about 40 something years of MCs. So it's hard to
50.
50 years of the culture, right? But really, let's say, when Sugar Hill Records drop, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, or,
Hmm.
the Cold Crush era, the Melly Mel era, like the pioneering MCs. Like, I didn't grow up in that era. Now, you know what I'm saying? Me personally, like, I think Kaz and Melly Mel were the two goats of their era. And some of the goats I think of the era beyond behind that will be like Kane, Rakim, and I'm not talking about New York City right now, but like Kane, Rakim, G Rap, and KRS-One in that era, and LL Cool J as well. I can't. All of them are just like to me the greats of that era. And now you got the Nas, the Jay-Z, and so on. But like my personal New York City Mount Rushmore got Nas because, and this is my own personal favorites. It could be debated. People could trash it and say his list is trash. You don't know hip hop or whatever. But Nas, Jay Z, um, LL Cool J, and now we said New York City, right? Is that what we said? We
Hmm.
said New York City. All right.
Hmm.
So
It has to
LL
be
Cool
in New
J,
York, right?
Nas, LL Cool J, Nas, Jay Z, and I'll say Big Daddy Kane. I'll say
Mm.
those four. That's I think it's a combination of two dudes from the 80s. Well, really, LL has gone the distance, right? Like he's gone from the 80s into now. But LL Cool J,
LL was
Kane,
before Kane, ain't
right?
he?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he before Kane.
Yeah,
Cause he
absolutely.
85. LL
R-
85.
Right.
I changed Kane
Um,
for KRS One though.
I mean, to
Mm.
me, like I could have
Well,
took to me
that's
personally,
his
I
joint.
would have knocked Jay-Z off and put KRS-One. But the thing is, like,
To
I
me,
feel after I
well,
got next, KRS-One, his
I got
music,
next.
and I like
Yeah,
Sneak Attack. I like Sneak Attack, the album. But just
the joint
after
he
I
did with
got
Buckshot
next,
is dope too.
oh, very, very, I like that one a
And,
lot.
and the Marley Marl album is dope.
The
That was
Marley
good
Marl
too.
album is dope
Yes,
too, and the
yeah,
True Master album is kind of dope too.
right. You're right,
He got the
absolutely. But
joint with
then
True
there's
Master
also a
that was
lot of
dope.
weak joints. There's a lot of weak
Oh,
Yeah, yeah,
joints
I
that have
agree.
come
I
out.
agree.
but
Production real
Kane's not
bad.
doing anything.
You're right.
You know what I'm
You're
saying?
right.
He not.
You're right.
But
That's the
You're right.
main
yo,
reason why I changed it too. Like
yeah,
Kane's,
I
So
wouldn't put
Kane,
Kane on
Kane,
there.
take Kane out and put KRS.
Now
I mean,
it's your personal list. I'm
yeah,
not trying to
yeah,
like,
yeah.
but the thing is, you got Jay and Kane, and to me, that's the same person
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I
see
don't
what you're
think Jay
saying. I
ever
know what you're
did.
saying.
because he took like, you know what I'm saying. We all know Jay can never be on my top anything, just because like he's and this is me personally, like I think his music is dope. I think he's a dope MC. I think a lot of people like, yo, his stuff go over heads. Like if you just listen and don't like listen to it a couple times, I don't think anything could go over somebody's head if you actually listen. But um
And you have half a brain.
right, 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 and you can comprehend, right. But I think he stole so much styles and so much aura from other dudes, from the Canes
Jazzo.
to the Jazzo, to the Young Chris, to the Geechee Suede, to you know what I'm saying, to G
Right.
Rap.
Yeah.
So I
But then
can't
Jay
really.
flipped it though, because
I
none
know
of
he did.
them,
I respect it. I respect it. But
none
or,
of
or
them was doing real drug dealer shit, and
you
then was
right?
able
Did you
to
like
put it.
Original Flavors though?
I
You like
did.
that
I did
song?
like "Can I Get Open." I did like that Hawaiian Sophie shit. I do like those fake songs in that era. What's the meaning? And what's the other
Oh, what's the
song?
meaning? That was
That's like
supposed
in
to
that
be
same
on
era. That's
Reasonable
Black
Doubt
Jack
though. That was supposed to be
started
on
this.
Reasonable Doubt.
Yeah, but those are like
But
the only songs that's kind of in that same vibe. The rest of
right,
that
right. I
album is
forgot
kind
about
of
What's the Meaning. That used to be my joint
stupid.
too. I
It's
like
like
that joint. But I
stupid.
mean, but
And
when he
then Jay,
got with
like a lot of
Ski,
people took Jay's style, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Jay
but
did
he
bring a
took
lot though,
Camp Low. He stole Camp Low's whole joint.
kind of. But
Like,
then Camp
ain't
Low,
no kinda. He took the
but,
song and
but
he
then he
wanted
flips
Lucchini.
it. Yeah,
He did.
yeah, and then he flips it because like Camp neither Geechee or what's up or Sonny Chiba
Sonny Chiba,
Hmm.
right, right.
is not fucking with Jay.
No, no,
Like
no, no, no,
you know
no,
what I'm
no, no,
saying?
no.
But
Like
they
Jay,
No, they
nice.
not, but
They
like
they
nice
Jay.
are
though.
nice.
No, they're
Yo,
nice.
and
No,
and
they're
off
both
Mhm.
nice.
subject
They're
real
still
quick.
nice,
Off
but they're
subject real
not
quick.
fucking with Jay.
I just was listening to 80 Blocks from Tiffany with them,
Right,
produced
that's
Hmm.
by
a
Pete
dope
Rock.
album.
They have so many Black Spade references on
Right.
that throughout the entire album.
Hmm.
It's crazy. They have actual interview. They have excerpts like with
I heard
Black
they are
Spades
Black
talking.
Spade.
That's
I heard they are.
probably why they were
I heard they are
talking. Like
Black
you got to
Spade. I
listen to
don't
it.
know
I
if
don't know if
that's
you ever heard
confirmed.
it.
No,
You ever
I
heard
never
80
heard
Blocks
it.
from Tiffany? You
No, I
got to
never
listen
heard.
to it. You'll
Yeah, never
appreciate
heard
it.
it.
It got Savage Nomads in it. It got dudes talking
Well,
like, "Yo, we took the Savage
Yeah.
Nomads on," and blah 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 blah. Through
that's
each
crazy.
song, each at the end of
No,
every song,
I
it
mean, it
has
makes
a
sense because they
reference.
named the album after the documentary
yeah, got
Right,
film, 80
right,
Blocks from
right,
Tiffany's, which
right,
is a gang movie. You know what I'm saying? For
right.
those that
And
don't know.
they're from the Bronx. I don't know
Right.
what part of the Bronx they're from,
Yeah, I'm not sure
but
where they are. I know they're from the Bronx. But
yeah,
for our
all
listeners,
their
real
work is
quick,
dope though.
for our listeners, highly recommended. Go see 80 Blocks from Tiffany's. It's on YouTube. You can watch that one. You can watch Flying Cut Sleeves.
All right, cut
That's another
sleeves, yeah.
one. And then there was a more recent one. I think that Karate Charlie and um Yellow Benji were in. Rubble in the Bronx.
Rubble in the
yeah.
Bronx, right,
Rubble in the
right,
Bronx,
right,
which
right,
has
right.
pieces of those other films that I was saying. Like that's kind of like the
Mhm.
most polished version of it. So the listeners, go check that out. 80 Blocks from Tiffany's, Rubble in the Bronx, and what's it called? Flying Cut Sleeves. But just wanted to add that on.
But yo,
Right.
back to the shit. I don't like Jay a lot, but I get why people feel he's like one of the greatest up there. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I do,
I mean, besides that, he got pushed on us like Big did,
yeah.
and
But
Hmm.
like he did like them going to Hot 97 and paying like wild money to get their songs on the radio with drug money and shit like that. Like
Mhm.
no one else is doing that. And
You know
then
what? I'm sorry. I want to
again,
just add one thing, MP. I don't like how Hove kind of slid in, like when Big died, like he
right,
just
right,
slid
right.
into his spot, like if he was already doing all of that work, like he just kind
Right,
of like replaced him.
But
You know
what
what I'm
else are you
right.
saying?
supposed to do? Big died though. You wanted like you know what I
I
mean?
mean,
And then
who's to say that?
we never know if Big was gonna do like
What
shit, if
Big
Big was
Big died
around,
when? Big died when?
97, 97.
97. What
he
album
died
came out in
before
'97
In
that
my
had
lifetime,
dudes
in my
thinking?
lifetime,
right,
What
right,
did
right.
it do? What did the numbers do?
it was
But it
poor.
was mad it was definitely underground when Jay first came out. You know what I'm saying?
He didn't
But
pop
like
till Hard Knock Life.
Right.
volume
Really?
two.
That was
Volume
his
2,
big,
right.
right? That was
Right. That was the
his big
right,
That's what I'm
right.
saying.
blockbuster.
I mean,
But you don't know,
me
like,
personally, I like Volume 1 better than Volume 2. That's me
Yeah,
personally.
I like that.
what
You
I'm
I like
saying
Volume.
is
belong to the
Yeah,
city.
yeah. With
That joint's my
Blackstreet,
joint.
yup.
that was
Teddy
That's
horrible.
Riley
my
joint,
joint.
yup.
That was
I like
horrible.
that joint. No, I like that
Nah,
joint.
I like
Uh,
Imaginary Players where he was dissing
Imaginary
Mace.
Player was
A
dope.
lot Imaginary Players is
That's in
fire.
that album.
Yeah. Who You
Yeah,
With is
that
my
was dope.
joint. Cough Up a Lung.
Cough Up a Lung
yeah.
ain't on that album.
Yes, it is. It's on Volume
Volume
1. Yes, it
One.
is. Yes. It's towards the end. Yes, it is. Yes.
Mm.
Maybe.
Yes.
But
Yes.
we don't know what Big would have done. Like, you don't know what Big would have done. You know what I'm
Yo, I'm
saying?
not a Biggie guy neither.
Yeah, me
I
I'm
neither.
just
like
keep it
Big.
real.
I don't think he should be super heralded, but I get why people do that. But we don't know what he would have done. Just like, you know, like Jay did a lot. You know what I'm saying? He did a lot. So it's like I get why people
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? And then like the 444 album is different. Like he did a real, like, you can't.
I like that.
I like that
It's
album
a
a
good
lot. And then
album.
he fucked around and got with Jay Electronica and did that. You know what I'm saying? Out
I
of
didn't
nowhere.
like there's a joint that I don't like. Is it Kingdom Come?
Yeah, I don't like that album. I like a couple songs on that album.
I think it was Kingdom Come. Magna Carta was
No.
cool.
Now
Magna
Kingdom
Carta was
Come got
dope.
some joints on there.
Yeah, there's a
Just
couple
Blaze did a
songs on
lot
there
of
that
that.
I like.
Let me
I
tell
like
you,
the
Dig a
Black album
Hole.
was
I like that joint. Dig a Hole. I
That
like
was
that
alright.
joint because
I like
who was he
Beach
coming
Chair a
at? He was
lot.
coming at Dipset on that.
Yeah, he's coming
Dig
at
a
Jim
Hole.
Jones.
yeah.
And that beach chair shit. The beach chair
Beach
joint
Chair
is
was tough.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Them Dr. Dre joints was tough. You know what I'm saying?
Kingdom Come is it's solid. It's
But
solid.
it's just I didn't like it because Jay's supposed to retire and he come back like a year later. You know?
Let me ask you this. Well, while we on the topic, Jay, I've said this to several people, like, and I stand on it. And you know, those that's watching or listening, if y'all think differently, you know, put it in the comments. But I think Jay-Z's best work is with Just Blaze. Better than his body of work with Kanye. Better than any other producer he teamed up. I think Just Blaze and Jay hit. I think most of the records that I think are incredible that Jay's on is on Just Blaze. It's his best work. I'm telling you, if you go through the stretch, I'm telling you, you'll be hard. Like
I'm thinking,
if
yeah.
they did a verses like just Jay-Z, like Just Blaze got the most joints. I'm telling you, he got the most heat, more than Kanye, more than Swiss,
More than Ski Beats.
more than Ski Beats too. Yeah, he got
But
he's
the
several
joints that
albums,
Kanye got on the
several
Black album,
Oh
how
yeah,
many
because
more
he
than
did
Guru.
Blueprint. He did Blueprint Volume 1.
He
the
did Kingdom
Blueprint?
Come.
He
He
did
did
Kingdom Come. He
I
did
think he
Volume
did
2. He did Gift and the Curse.
right.
But the Blueprint it was like half Just Blaze,
Half
half
Kanye.
Kanye.
Yeah, half
Right.
Kanye.
Yeah.
And Kanye was pretty dominant on that.
No,
I
I mean
I don't like the beat for that they took from Coldplay. I don't think that beat is fire. I don't like it.
What song is that?
The joint where he's dissing Nas and Mobb Deep.
mhm.
What's the name of the
So
song?
not Coldplay. You talking about the Doors? Takeover.
Take Over. Yeah. That's not Coldplay?
The Doors. Jim Morrison.
Right.
Speaking
I
of
didn't
which,
like that.
what, as they say, tangential to that. Nigga, Kanye sucking motherfucking dick, yo.
Oh, come on. I don't want to talk about that.
What the fuck is
I
up?
don't
You
want
think
to
that's
talk about
real,
that.
or you
See,
think he's just trolling? I
yo,
think it
I
really
don't
happened,
care.
and I think
I
it's
don't
trolling.
care. I don't care. I don't care. Now I'm
That's
gonna keep
just.
it real. I'm gonna
Did
keep it
you hear
real.
the
I don't
song?
even want to talk about that. No. Like, yo, you know it was crazy?
It's
My
like,
man,
it's like, how open the audio?
listen, my man texts me. He texts the
I
group
want to put the
chat
bag over my
actually.
head.
He texted the group chat and was like, yo, Kanye need to be stopped. I said, yo, what happened? So then he told us, and I was like, I just laughed, like, yo, it's always something with this dude. And then he sends it. And I'm like, yo, you ain't have to send it because I'm not listening. I didn't hear it. I
Nah,
didn't listen.
I
I
was
don't
the
want to
same
hear
way.
excerpt.
All right, but
I don't want to hear it.
all
I
right,
don't
but
want to
hold on.
hear it.
All right, hold on. One, I was the same way. Two, the song is crazy. Like, it's horrible if he
No.
wasn't saying that. But this is what's notable. what he was saying is
Do the
he found
science.
porn from
Do the
his
knowledge
parents.
on it, P.
Right now, watch this. He he
You
found
crazy,
porn
yo.
magazines from his parents. Now, one, that's already something that all parents was doing, but was wrong back then. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
But
Having
I thought
that,
his I thought his father was a Panther or something like that.
so Panthers don't watch porn. I can't, nigga.
I don't
Afeni
know.
was
I don't.
fucking left and right.
No, come
Yo,
on,
chill.
man,
You wildin',
come
P.
on, yo, you
You
wild, P.
wildin', P.
Yo, you a wild
Yo,
dude,
look at
First
man.
of
P's
all,
face.
yeah, because y'all, it's on TV, made by the white man. The white man can have a
Oh,
documentary of Afeni fucking everybody, but I can't say it. I can watch it though. I can pay to watch it, but I can't say it.
but I get paid to
No.
watch it.
But now, listen,
I don't even want to comment.
and
P.
he said,
Yo,
he said, he said, but I thought his father was a Panther. Panthers can't.
yo,
Panthers, Panthers can't. But
yeah.
hold
Nah,
on.
we
I'm
ignorant.
just
We like we
saying.
hold these brothers to a high regard,
I
Yeah,
so
I'm
we
feel you,
don't
just
but
see
saying.
them.
hold
Like, yeah,
on,
We
but
don't
he
see
hold
them
on.
in that
All
so
light.
the
jokes
parents
aside,
was
all
dealing
jokes
with their
aside,
lower self. So their
all
parents
jokes
was dealing.
aside.
Go ahead, nah, go ahead,
Listen,
because
listen, because this is these are things that should have been addressed then and definitely need to be addressed as far as like parents and people and children and all that, right? One, having that in the house, because I remember finding porn from like my parents, my moms, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? My dad, shit like that. Dirty magazines, whatever, right?
never had it in my house. We had Jet
Me neither.
magazine. We had
Me
Jet
neither.
I don't
magazine.
know. I mean,
My uncle had a Lifetime. Only thing I saw was Jet Beauty of the
We had
Week.
National Geographic at my house.
Word up,
You know what I'm
you had
Encyclopedia
saying?
Britannica. You
the
heard?
encyclopedia fucking
No,
collection.
I
You
had
had
a
that
series
I
of
did,
them,
and I
coming to
still
your
do. My
crib every
grandmother
month.
still do.
Your
and they
monthly
paid
My
bread for that
subscriptions.
too.
Nah,
They was bread for
my
that.
Yo,
grandmother
I
had it.
felt so
My grandmother
poor
bought.
and disappointed that I couldn't get that shit. Then I was like, fuck it. But that's not the point. The point is,
So you
that's
had dirty
already
mags
that.
in the crib. You had blue. What
Black
was it?
gold. Black gold.
I don't even know what that means, Aki. Black Gold. What magazine?
But
What you know about that though? How you know about that?
he was
Cause
at our
Listen,
brother's
hold on.
I've
Oh, you been
supported
to other people's
brothers.
houses?
No, I've supported brothers that's been incarcerated, and they be like, "Yo, go to
The
the store,
BBMs?
go to the
and give me a black
Optimo,
gold.
yeah, go to the Optimo down
Oh,
on
that's back
whatever,
in the day.
you know what I'm saying, and go to the
You
dirty
can't even
section and get
bring.
me this, send that to me, you know what I mean? So
Now
you
you
know,
got to
brothers,
order from you. Now they got them shits called the BBM. They be having Buttmans, but that's like dead too. Now it's BBMs, like on this
yo,
Instagram.
let's go back to
Well,
what
hold
we
on,
was.
'cause, yeah, I want to make my point. I want to make the point. One, that's something that's kind of was a gross kind of oversight with parenting, right? Because I know obviously Kanye's parents weren't the only one. Then two, when playing around with your little cousin and shit like that is crazy. That's why I'm pretty sure that's not just him trolling. That's like that'd be like an issue where little kids be like fake humping around and shit like that, especially back
Mhm,
then. So like these are
mhm.
things like pay attention to your children, basically, yo.
For
And
8 years though.
they was doing it for 8 years, or it happened when he was 8.
No, it said it was for. I've read that it was for 8 years. Like when I saw
He kept going.
the
He was doing it as a
article
little kid, and he did it for the next 8 years.
allegedly. I don't know. I don't even want to talk about. I don't care. Like, because
Yeah,
every time you look up, dude is doing something to go viral or get people
yeah,
talking about him because he ain't got
right.
nothing going on. Like,
I think
dude,
some of
like,
that is true though, but
go
I do
get
think
help,
these are cries
bro.
for help. I
Go
do think
get
these are
help.
cries for
Like,
help.
you know what I'm
And
saying?
shit
And
like
dudes,
that.
and like all these people calling him a genius, and
No,
yeah, it's crazy. And people keep interviewing him, like, yo, go tell that man he need help.
he need help,
I
but he's
still haven't
crying for
seen the
help.
academics interview, and I refuse to watch it because I don't want to see him in a black Klansman outfit.
Yeah, that's
I just don't
crazy.
Right.
want to see it. I don't want
Yeah.
to see it. Like, I
But
don't
his
like.
logic behind that is like is kind of it has a point. It's weird
Nah, I
though.
don't.
Weird.
Nah,
Weird.
I don't
You know
like.
what?
Yo, just because you make dope sneakers and you used to make dope music, don't make you a genius, bro.
I
It
don't think
don't
none of this
mean
shit is
that
fake.
people gotta follow you. It don't like. It doesn't mean people should follow. People are looking to be led, man, and it's sad. Like, I
Hmm.
really don't want to go off on a tangent, but like, yo, it's really sad that people need to be led, and we look towards these weirdos
Hmm.
to lead us. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
it's real
saying?
sad. I'm not messing with Kanye at all on
like
any
Yeah,
I'm
he's not
level.
one of
good.
those
I'm
I'm
guys.
good.
not
And,
messing
yo,
with
and
his thoughts, his
I'm not
views, his
messing with
music, none
him
of that.
even before that because
Even
he
before that.
nah he came at one of my closest friends that I consider a brother while he was in a state where he could have died, and he got on Drink Champs and wore his face on a sweatshirt and was talking greasy about him, and my man was recovering from a aneurysm, aortic aneurysm. You know what I'm saying? And you talking
Sounds
all
like a
this
sucker
crazy stuff
move.
about him. Yeah, you talking all this crazy stuff about him and sending him text messages and releasing text messages and all of that. Like, yo, like
All of that.
if I seen him, if I actually seen him, I might swing on him. And I'm
Kanye
keeping it
West?
real. Yeah, yeah, because my man, my friend Tremaine Emery, a lot of people know him as Denim
Yeah.
Tears and all of that. That's my childhood friend. I know the brother for over 30 years. And he had a situation where he could have lost his life, and this dude get on Drink Champs and throwing his name in it because he don't want to work with him no more. Because my man used to consult and like help him out. Like Kanye needs yes men around him,
Right, right.
Hmm.
and this is what I know because this is what people done said, like in the industry and outside people that I know. Like you need somebody to say yes to you.
Hmm.
Like, is this dope? Listen to this. Is this dope? Look at this. Is this dope? And if you don't say yes, he got a problem with you. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying? Like the
right.
dude is a narcissist. He has delusions of grandeur. Um, he need help. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he
I'll say
definitely
that. But if I
does.
run into him, I might hook off on him. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I'm just saying if I ever ran into him again, because I've been around him before. Like when I went to the Nasir listening party, I was standing right next to him. You know what I'm saying? But like if I ever seen him, I'd hook off on him. But anyway, back to our
Which,
subject matter.
where's the actual Mount Rushmore? What state?
Montana,
Montana?
Washington,
What's
Yeah.
on it? What's on it?
one of
Like
the two.
the first four monumental presidents or the first four presidents? Or like
No,
influential?
because Abe Lincoln is on there, so I
Cause
guess it's like
yeah, yeah. I guess
like
the greatest.
the so-called founding fathers or the people
The
that have
founding
done
fathers.
Yeah,
the people that
done the
have done the
most work.
most. You know what I'm
Yeah, for the
saying? So,
country. Yeah.
They don't
you know,
update it though, right? That had to be
no, no,
done by,
no, that's it. It's cemented.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So, you know what I
The
mean?
founding,
Like
founding fathers.
So
that's
Trump ain't gonna be on there.
Trump,
right,
Trump, Trump,
regardless.
They ain't gonna etch him. They ain't
Obama.
gonna who?
If they had to update it, they might put Trump
Who
on
they
there.
taking down? That's the thing,
And Obama, I can see
Who
them
they
putting
taking
Who's
Obama
down?
there.
on there again? Who's on there?
I don't even know.
George Washington.
Yeah,
Okay,
George
right, right.
Washington, Abe
Is
Lincoln, maybe
Thomas
John
Jefferson on
Adams,
it?
Thomas
Is John
Jefferson. I
Adams
think,
on
yeah,
there?
I think it's Thomas
George Washington.
Jefferson,
Oh,
Abe Lincoln. I really don't know,
Teddy
and
ain't on
hold
there.
on, I'm looking right now.
I'm not
Teddy
sure.
Roosevelt. Teddy
Nah, I don't
Roosevelt is
believe
one of the
so.
greatest. See,
This is
see,
It might
Thomas
be
that's
Jefferson.
Franklin. That might be Franklin Roosevelt.
Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln,
see. I
Thomas
knew
Jefferson,
Teddy was on there.
Oh, well,
George
Who?
Washington. Theodore Roosevelt, Abe Lincoln, Thomas Jefferson, George Washington. And it's in
and,
South Dakota. Um,
and shame on us for not knowing, but it's
Nah, I
not really something
forgot.
of. It's
Yeah,
not of
it's
interest to
something
oh,
you
me.
learn in
you had it
school.
in school.
Yeah,
I
it's
never
something you
cared for
learn in
anything that
school.
glorifies, and like I'll say less, but F
Why
it.
would you?
I mean, I knew it, but I forgot. I knew Teddy was on there though because they regard him as one of
You knew
the
Washington was on there and Abe
the
Lincoln. So
greatest
Yeah, yeah,
president
yeah.
ever.
So I knew half of it. I knew half
put
of it.
Trump on there, bro.
Um,
They
so I
they
told y'all
herald Teddy.
I told y'all
Mhm.
my Mount Rushmore. Ooh, so let me hear y'all brothers if one of y'all are ready.
I don't know if I could just go New York City, and if it was just rappers, if it was just New York City and just rappers, I would go with LL. I would go with KRS. I'd go with Nas. I'd go with Jay. You know what I mean? I'd go with those
Similar to
guys.
mine. So you
Yeah, yeah.
swapped
Real
out
shit.
a couple people.
I'd go with those. What about you, Watt?
um, New York City rappers, right?
Jomo.
Yeah, right. Uh,
He be like, holla.
I would
So
throw LL. Um, LL,
Biased.
of course. Queens is my neighborhood, of course.
no dope though.
Um, yeah. It would be LL. I want to throw Kane on there, man, but he ain't got enough work. And I just love Kane, man. But
Kane is dope though. I like Kane.
yeah,
He's still nice.
yeah, he is. But it's old work though. I just saw his Tiny Death. It was
Oh, word?
fire too. Yeah, his Tiny Death was
You see the
fire.
verses
Gotta
with him
check
and
that out.
KRS-One? Y'all
Yeah, he
seen the
killed
verses?
KRS-One. Yeah, he killed KRS-One.
Yeah, yeah, kinda.
He killed KRS. I'll throw oh man. Yo, it's tough for me, man. I got LL, Nas, New York City.
And
Man.
Big. I forgot about Big.
Nah, I ain't throwing big on there.
Yeah, I wasn't waiting to hear Big on your choice. I knew me
Big
and you
head on
spent a
there
good
for
amount
me.
of. Not to say he's
Yeah.
trash or nothing. He's dope,
No,
but
no, 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 no,
he's
no, no.
they be Harold. They be putting him
Uh,
in the number one spot like he's the
KRS.
king.
What I say?
You
LL,
said you said Kane,
KRS,
LL,
KRS, and Nas.
LL Kane, KRS, and Nas.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you didn't go G Rap. I was waiting to hear G Rap.
I like G Rap, but it's matter of fact, yeah, I'm swapping Kane for G Rap.
Or
I'm swapping Kane for
his
G Rap.
body of work
Yeah.
is definitely
Yeah.
way greater.
And I love G Rap. Always did. I
G-Rap is
still
dope.
like him. He's my guy. Yeah, that's who I got.
It's valid. A valid list.
And I don't even like KRS personally, but I'm throwing him up there.
Right. Right. Yeah.
You
There
know
was
what
a
I mean?
time where I really liked him a lot. You know what I'm saying? But most people would know why we probably distanced ourselves from KRS-One, his recent comments. But you know, I think like people need to come up with like the Mount Rushmore of hip hop, the real Mount Rushmore, right? One MC, one
Yeah.
DJ, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even gonna
One B
lie,
boy.
like when it comes to one B-boy, there's probably a lot of debating over that because people are crazy
Yeah.
with it. Like, and
Hmm.
people, there's been a lot of people that have contributed, and but again, does it come down to
Skill.
the style, the skill? Is it
Hmm. The
the
era.
the overall, right? It could it be based on era, or is it
Hmm.
somebody that has a body of work? Like, when I think of B-boy, and I'm gonna say this, like I think Crazy Legs is like one of the biggest faces as a B-boy. And I hate to say his name, because like, but his accomplishments are his accomplishments. And for those that say, well, why does he hate to say his name? Because those that know, he was involved in a scandal where he was inappropriately messaging sisters inside the Rocksteady crew, allegedly. I don't know if it's true or not, but a lot of people, a lot of sisters and women had came forward and said that they dealt with him, and he was not right and exact. He was sending them basically, oh, you want to be down with the Rocksteady crew, and then send them a picture of his joint. I think that's what his type of thing was. And whatever, that's a personal thing. I think that it does matter, of course. Like, you can't be a scumbag in personal life or do wrong and then I guess overlook because you're one of the most talented in the culture or the most respected. Like, it matters. Like, principle matters. Like, you know what I'm saying? Who you are in real life matters.
Hmm.
We could be all like great Zulus, great whatever, but if we're scumbags in real life, then scumbag is what matters most. Like, you're not valid.
You think in this day and time, if like Malcolm and Martin, if Martin Luther King was around this day and time, right, with the internet and all that, and it was like it was known, like it's known now that he was like a philanderer, fucking everything running around. You know what I'm
You
saying?
talking about Martin though? You talking about Martin?
Yeah.
Right.
Malcolm shit's more fucking rumors and speculation more
Right.
than Martin Luther King. It's basically
But
more. Well, hold on. But do you think in this day and time would people shut him down for like it's basically the same shit? So if that
yeah,
happened now, you think people would definitely like just
yeah,
yeah, that's
Yeah,
correct.
because this is a
yeah.
cancel era.
Yo,
This is a
This is
yeah, this is
everyone,
Martin.
yo,
everyone,
but
This is
everyone
yo,
can
Martin
you know
Luther
what's
cancel.
King.
funny? You know what's funny about that? All right, so Martin Luther King, all of that stuff that we've come to find out
Right,
in the
right, right.
recent years with the movies and the documentaries and all this research,
That's the CIA.
the CIA was writing letters to him telling him to stop what he was doing, like with integration and everything, or we're gonna put this thing out. His own man, after his death, Ralph Abernathy, wrote a book about how they was going on these church tours, on
Yeah,
these
yeah.
civil rights tours, and smashing
He's
white
another
women
one.
and
He's
all
like
of that
Georgia. He's
after.
like
But nobody
Atlanta.
believed him, though. Nobody believed him. They
See?
said the book was false. They was like, but this is his
Crazy.
right hand man. But this was his right man. Him,
Crazy.
Roy
Hmm.
Wilkins, Jesse Jackson was like that was their man, but like it was him, Roy Ennis, and not Roy Ennis, I'm sorry, Roy Wilkins, him and Ralph Abernathy, like really like, like I read excerpts from Abernathy's book
Yeah,
years
yeah.
ago and saying like Martin used to get him the eye, like, yo, you see how she's looking at me? I'm getting this for reparations, like, you know what I mean? No, I'm dead serious.
This for the
Like we laughing,
Nah,
ancestors.
but
six
This for the
shots.
yeah,
I can
but
see
ancestors.
it.
that's how he was doing. And they say he was like basically like roughhousing them too.
See,
Hmm.
that's crazy. This
And
thing,
you got to
like,
read Ralph Abernathy's book. So this information been
right,
out
right,
there
right. It's
before
known
the sound.
before.
This ain't nothing new. This is
Yeah,
nothing new.
yeah,
We did
so
people just didn't want to believe it because
But
like
the internet's
like
undefeated.
we put this prestige and stuff in human beings and put them on a pedestal and
hmm
oh, he would never do that.
right.
Nah, 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 nah. Like you was
Not
there.
not
Like
brother
you was
Martin.
there. Like you was, yeah, like not even just Martin Luther
That's
King.
the thing.
Like, yo, a lot of people thought Bam, people still think Bam is, you know what I'm saying? So like, yo,
Yeah,
like
yeah. To this day.
so
To
That's
this
crazy.
day.
of course the internet would be like, oh nah, get Martin up out of here. Get our day back. Like,
Hmm.
give him the day
Can you
back. Let's
imagine
change it
that?
to Malcolm X Day. Let's change it
Hmm.
to somebody else day. Let's just get a day. Like,
Right.
yo, like on the real, we still get Christopher Columbus Day, but they don't even call it that
Exactly.
no more. They don't even call it that no more because they
It's
found out
Indigenous
something was.
Day.
But we been knew something was a liar. We
Yeah,
been
Right.
knew
yeah.
all of that stuff was lies.
Right. Right.
You know what I'm
You
saying?
know,
We was
the
taught
whole
like we old enough to know that in school we were being taught that he went the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria and all of that. He went over there and made good. He wanted some spices for Queen Isabella. The whole
hmm
time he was a pirate, raping,
Mhm.
robbing, and pillaging.
hmm
He ain't
well,
discover nothing. He was going
right.
over there and he caught the bug, he caught the monster and died. You know what I mean?
You know what it boils down to is we're looking at man as if to like in hopes of them like being
Saving
flawless
us.
and
Yeah, they
saving us,
saving us. Yeah, yeah,
and then
yeah. We
without flaw.
aspire to
But this
be them.
we're
Yeah,
looking at men. These are men, right? And men
yeah.
will
Make mistakes.
make mistakes, bad decisions.
Babies
They're
from
not
that.
flawed. They're flawed. They're flawed. We're all
Monsters.
flawed beings. So I've learned my lesson, and not to say that I ever looked at Bambaataa in that light, but obviously I looked up to him um a great deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you look up to certain characters like Crazy Legs or Bambaataa or KRS-One, and then you like, this dude ain't the teacher. How could he call himself the teacher? And then there's people that say, dispute all the things that he's even talking about as far as inaccuracies in KRS-One's teachings in hip hop. He's teaching the culture wrong. He's off on certain things. So like all
Right.
these dudes is flawed. I'm not looking up to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like my companions, my friends, my close Zulu brothers. I love brothers, but I ain't looking up to nobody. Cause you know what?
Right.
At the end of the day, um, we all make mistakes. We're all flawed. We all have our shortcomings. You know what I'm saying? Myself, like all of us. You know what I'm saying? We can't hold nobody in high regard or to this great standard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, he's a Zulu king. What does that mean? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What does that mean? Oh, he's a chapter leader, a chapter president, or you know what I'm saying? He's the leader of the gang, or he's, you know, this don't mean nothing.
And that
People
gives
don't live
them
up
a
to their
reason not to
titles,
be held accountable too. Like when
Exactly.
right?
when when you glorify these people, it's like now you can't question nothing. Now you got to believe everything they say. Everything is
Right,
propaganda. Don't believe them. It's propaganda. You know what I'm saying? Like how
right,
how
right,
could
right,
they like talk bad on me? How could they talk down on me?
right, right, right.
So
Um,
yeah.
we always needed better heroes. Like even in our youth, a lot of us was watching wrestling and looking at Hulk Hogan when he was talking about eat your vitamins and say your prayers, and I was actually
Word.
really influenced by
And
that.
he
You know what
was
I'm
eating the
saying?
wrong vitamin the whole time.
Right. You know what I'm
He
saying?
was
Dude
taking the
out
wrong
there,
vitamin
yeah, he doing
and
steroids, he's
being
probably
racist
taking
and
bumps
being
of coke,
racist.
and a racist at that. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like
Wildin'.
so.
I never
You know what
was
I'm
a
saying?
Hulkamaniac. Just for the record, I wasn't a Hulkamaniac.
I
You
I
know
was
what I'm
on
was,
the
I
saying?
Ultimate
was.
Warrior. I liked him a lot as a kid.
But yo,
He was a
didn't they even
bozo
say?
too.
Didn't they even say Bruce Lee had his whole, his things that he was doing on the
Yo,
low too,
they say
Yeah,
stepping out
off
on
the
Linda
trip.
Lee.
They say
yeah.
you seen that movie Once Upon a Time in Hollywood with Brad
Yeah.
Pitt? And
Yep.
they say that really happened to Bruce Lee in real life.
Oh,
That
well.
stuntman, you know what I mean? He fought one of the stuntmans on the movie. They say
Mm.
people used to jump in this dude's backyard, knock on the door, and be like, "What's up? You know what I mean? I want to fight," and try and challenge him. Like everywhere he went, people would
Yeah.
try,
He should
try
have. He
Mm.
should have had. He
and
should have had a big dog and a pistol, and he should
and
have
he
been
was
dumping
also
on
like a
them.
little funny, like kind of because he was a little person, so he kind of
Right.
Yeah.
like a little
Yeah.
bit
He's
He's
like
only like a
5'4"
Mhm.
or something like that.
I
five
think like
four buck
Hundred and
140
buck
forty.
pounds.
40
Yeah,
buck
140
143
pounds.
pounds
Like,
or something like
Crazy,
that. Yeah.
but he was mad strong. People used to challenge him all
Yeah.
the time. Crazy. But yeah,
um.
man, we need better heroes.
Yeah, so we said our we said our thing about the Mount Rushmore. I
Of
seen one,
NYC. Of
right?
NYC.
Yeah, yeah. I saw one today. I sent it to Watt. I don't know if you saw it, P, the Puerto Rican
What the
Mount
first one?
Rushmore of hip hop, and it had Joe, it had Fat Joe, it had Big Pun, it had Jim Jones and Joel Ortiz. And then people was talking about Jim Jones ain't Puerto Rican. Well, he's half Puerto Rican, right? So whatever. Like if you have Puerto Rican, then you Puerto Rican. If you have black, you have black. So you could claim both, right? If you half and half something, you could claim. But I don't know. I don't know who I would put in that list, but that's just too far. The Puerto Rican,
I
the
would
Mount
put Pun,
Rushmore.
the Mount Rushmore Puerto Rican rappers in New York,
No, just period.
or
Name
Yeah,
just
I
them.
Puerto
don't.
Rican in
Yeah,
general.
in general, right?
But
Because
but
if
I
you say
I
Puerto
I,
Ricans, you got to put dudes
I
from Puerto Rico like Vico
I'll put
See,
C.
Tego Calderon.
Right,
Where's Tego Calderon at? Where
right,
Daddy Junkie? Where
where's
Daddy
Don
Junkie
Omar?
at?
right,
Where's
right.
Daddy Yankee Don Omar?
Guess it
Or
was the
Word.
New Yorkers. You know what I'm saying?
and
But
then you got
Yeah,
um,
like you can't do that.
yeah, no, no. And you got
And
Joe and Pun. You got Fat Joe and Big Pun. Wow.
yeah, I
well,
mean, yo, that I think,
Joe's work is undeniable.
Yeah.
yeah,
Whether he
Joe.
wrote it or not, whether TA wrote it, whether Pun wrote
I
it, whether
think I think Joe
Armageddon
should
wrote it.
definitely be on there. Um,
I think Joe should be on there. Maybe not
Again, this
Pun
is
so
New
much.
York Puerto Rican rappers, I guess. So I don't even have a problem with that list, honestly. Like, because if I
I
took
like
Jim
Jim.
Jones
Nah, we
out,
ain't putting Jim
who do you
Jones
put
on
in?
there.
Who do you put in?
Um, um,
Who
Your
Puerto
man's, what's
Rican?
your man's name?
Oh,
I'm putting
The
who J.R.
leftovers
Ryder?
NYC. The
J.R. Wright, the
leftovers.
He's
Dominican.
Dominican. Nah, I'm
Yeah.
putting some. What's my son from Blasey Blah?
PF Cut, he's a
PF Cut. I'm
DJ.
putting
He
PF
don't
for what?
spit.
That's hip
He don't
hop.
spit.
That's hip hop.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's the whole
Who?
thing.
What's Aguilar? What's Aguilar?
Aguilar, Puerto Rican.
All right, put Aguilar on there over
I put
Jim
Power
Jones.
Rule in the
Nah.
leftovers. Is that the left? Is it the leftovers? What's
Put
that
Don
dude?
Pacino over there.
Don Pacino would be one.
Put Don Pacino over Jim Jones. He got way
His
more
his
albums.
work
He got way
his
I
more
work
put
work.
is
I put
not
Jim Jones in there.
Nah,
Huh?
I ain't putting Jim Jones in there.
Jim Jones is
He
in
ain't
there,
start rapping till like 2000.
and he been rocking ever since.
Nah, he ain't been rocking ever since.
Hell
Come
yeah.
on, man.
I'll tell
Come
you like
on,
this,
yo.
and this is a controversial take, but I feel Jim Jones is more worthy than Big Pun on that shit. I'm gonna be real. Big Pun got 2 albums.
Nah,
He got
yo.
2 albums. This is the whole
All right.
Big thing. This is the
Yeah,
whole
but
Big
all right,
thing.
but what impact? I'm talking.
Right? No,
What
right.
impact? The impact, though.
The impact Pun by far, and the skill
Yeah, because he's
level.
the
It's
first
not
one to go
even
platinum.
Yeah,
His rhyme style, he changed.
first solo
Okay,
Latino because
and
Cypress
then
Hill went platinum
he
first.
changed the rap game. Like his rhyme style was different. Like he wasn't just he wasn't doing. Chino XL's another one I put there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Chino from Jersey, though.
yeah.
So why you going to New York? Why does it, you're not going for you was just in Puerto Rico talking about Don Omar?
Nah, because he
Um.
said he said New Eurekans
Yeah.
though. He
Yeah.
said New
It's New York.
Yeah,
Eurekans.
It's New.
sure.
I assume it's New York Ricans because
So
that's
I
what was
don't know
on
a lot
there.
of Puerto Rican
Thurston Howard
rappers
and
from
Sarah
New
would be
York.
up there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But Pun changed the game for like rap. He changed like the rap style when he came out.
He did.
Mm.
People bite Pun style all the time. That's like a
But
new,
that's to me. That's not Pun style. That's G rap style. Like I don't.
yeah,
And
but
And
Shabazz,
Shabazz a
because
disciple. Like
he credits them as
yeah,
right,
it's a
his
but
combination of them
inspiration.
two.
Yeah,
Like when I listen to Pun, he's incredible. Like what I'm saying. His first album is pretty much flawless. I would say. Yeah, baby, I didn't like it that much. I'm gonna be real with
I ain't
you.
like Yeah Baby
I
like
like
that
I like
either.
I like
I
I
was
liked a
talking to
couple
Watt.
handful of songs.
I was talking to Watt a couple days ago, and I said that joint on Yeah, baby, that I'm laughing at you now.
yeah.
That's one
What
of
is
the
that?
I hate that song. That is one of my most hated songs in
Or
hip
that Mike
hop.
Dick song or something? What is that?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Ha! Yo,
that's like
that's correct.
yo, that's the
That's
equivalent
why
to
you
that.
kind of can't really give it to Pun. That's his second album.
His second
Imagine his
album, he was
third,
already falling
fourth.
off.
You know what I'm saying?
Look at Capital Punishment to Yeah, baby. Like, there's
Yeah,
no
Yeah Baby
comparison.
sold more though.
because
Yeah, all right.
he was
Well,
already
like,
blown up.
and he had a strong single. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
He had two strong singles.
yeah.
What was the
And
other
I'm
one?
not saying Yeah
A
Baby's
hundred percent,
whack
a
because it's
hundred
not.
percent,
Yeah
a
Baby's
hundred percent. That's a
Yeah Baby's
crossover. That's a crossover single.
decent.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Look at that. I didn't really like. I mean, that album's alright, but I didn't really like that.
But 100% is a crossover
That
song.
shit got Z100 plays. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah. You can't like 100% is a. I
But
like that song. That's an
but
undeniable song.
you can't compare Yeah Baby to Capital Punishment. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
no, 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 no.
Let's for example, right? There's people that listen to Nas and people that herald Nas as the GOAT, and I would say Nas is the GOAT, right? In my personal opinion. That's my personal opinion. But a lot of people say that they like It Was Written better than they like Illmatic. You know what I'm saying? But both
Right.
albums, there wasn't a decline there. It's like Illmatic and It Was
Yo,
Written on neck and neck.
But
I'm
then
glad you said
Nas
that.
fell off
Yo,
hard and then came
my
back quick.
cousin, my cousin sent me something. She's a female too. My cousin sent me something the other day. There was a podcast. It's like a clip she sent me on Instagram. It's a female and a guy, a male, talking about if there was one rapper that came out with an album and you could say they don't need to come out with no more albums. This is it. This is a masterpiece. This dude said Nas Stillmatic over Illmatic, over It Was Written. He said Stillmatic.
That might. I mean,
I don't know. This album is I mean, I don't
Stillmatic over It Was Written over it. Like, all right, you got Ether. I didn't like Got Yourself a Gun.
no, I wasn't wild about it, but it is a good record though. It is a good record.
Yeah.
But
What
I'm
else
not
is
wild
on
about
there?
it.
What else is on there?
That joint with Blizz, that shit is
That song is
crazy.
fire. That song is
what's
fire.
the song with Bliss?
The
The
shit,
last song. The last song. Every ghetto?
every ghetto, every
Every
ghetto.
ghetto.
Huh?
It's the
Every
joint where he
ghetto.
talks about my skin is an art gallery, right? With paintings and crucifixions. Well, Nas is going crazy on that
All
joint.
right. Is it better than Illmatic?
It's
Yes.
not. It's his third
Yes.
best
Illmatic is
album.
better than Illmatic?
No.
Stillmatic is better than Illmatic just because Illmatic is kind of dated in the 90s, kind of.
No, you gotta listen to. You gotta. You
Stillmatic
can't.
got that. Like
You gotta
halftime
put
is
yourself.
halftime, but that's straight 90s shit.
It's
You know
not
what I'm
better than it was written.
It's his third best album. It's his third best album.
It was written
I
as
like
good.
I Am.
It's probably not. That's
I
arguable.
like. I
Yeah,
like I
I
Am
don't
a
know if it
lot
was better
too.
than because
It's
like,
not better than it was written.
but it
Fake
was
thugs, no
written.
love. You get the slug. CB4 Augusto.
Yeah,
Your luck. No, I didn't know till I was drunk though.
but Stillmatic answered everything. It brought Nas back 3,000% at that particular time. Like
Oh,
he cleared the board with that album. You know, when he dropped that, that was it. He killed Jay.
He reclaimed the throne. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, he killed it. He
He
killed the
reclaimed
bridge.
the throne.
He destroyed and rebuilt the bridge in one song. He did all new fucking
I forgot
storytelling
Destroy and
shit
Rebuild
he
was on.
tried to do.
Rewind is
Yeah.
on there too. I like
Yeah, that's what I'm
Rewind.
saying.
Rewind.
He did,
You're the
he
man.
did something
You're the
that was
man.
never done
You're the Man is
before.
fire. Who did You're the Man?
And
Who
then,
did that
like,
Large
beat?
Pro. Large
Large
Stillmatic
Pro.
is different,
Professor,
Large
man.
right?
Pro. Yeah.
Yeah,
Large
yeah,
Pro.
yeah, yeah.
Stillmatic is
But I'm not putting it over. It was written though.
Stillmatic is almost a flawless album,
yeah,
but to
it's
me,
almost
I'm not putting it over. I'm
it's
not putting it
his
over
third
songs
best
like
record.
Live Nigga Rap. Like I don't like. I
Take
can't
It
put
in
it over
Blood.
Live Nigga
Take
Rap.
It
I
in
can't put it
Blood.
over Taking in Blood. I can't put it over Silent Murder. I can't put it over. I can't do that. I can't put it
Yeah.
over Shootouts.
I Gave You
I can't.
Power.
I gave you power.
they're
I
like
can't.
they're almost kind of the same.
Suspect.
The weakest song, Suspect. The weakest song on there is Nas Is Coming.
Yeah.
Nas is coming as dope.
that
I don't really
that shit
like
sounds
Nas Is
so
Coming.
crazy.
Yeah.
All the way out of line. You all the way out of line.
I hate the beat.
What?
Yeah.
You don't like that beat?
I don't.
That's
Nah,
the
I
joint.
don't.
That's the joint Dre
That's the
did,
joint
right?
Dre did. Yeah, I don't like it.
Trash.
I don't like. Yeah, I
Trash.
don't like that.
Every time
I
that
don't
shit
like.
came on, beep, skip,
I mean,
What?
I like what he was saying,
trash,
but I don't like the beat.
I was with it. As
trash,
soon as I heard it, I was like, oh, because, nah, I like
trash,
that.
Heat of the moment.
trash.
In the heat of the moment, like Farrakhan said, we need atonement.
Black
Bulletproof
Girl
glass,
Lost
S classes.
is
Black
fire
Girl
in its
Lost is
own right.
fire. I be singing that song at my job around all the black women, all the young black girls, because they lost. I walk.
Whoa.
Just tired of playing the same old game, messing with my mind, emotionally.
Yo, as we look to close this episode out, I think the three of us, our favorite is Nas. Like, well, nah, I know, why he be switching it up. Ghost is his Ghost, MF Doom.
Well,
He got a few.
Ghost is my favorite rapper though.
Yeah, yeah.
Ghost is
He
my
not
favorite
he
rapper.
not fucking with Nas though.
Just because of the storytelling. He ate
And
him on
Doom is
Scar
not
Tissue
fucking with
recently. He ate him
Yeah,
on Scar Tissue. I don't know what Nas was talking about on Scar Tissue.
yeah. It wasn't talking about nothing.
What the
Ghost
hell
was
is
He
Scar
gave
Ghost.
Tissue?
Ghost. He gave
The
Ghost
song, the
a
song,
throwaway
yeah,
verse.
throwaway, yeah.
What
Like
song
the
is
song
He's
that?
would
like,
not.
nah,
The
beloved,
song set the tone.
don't
The
even
song set
send
the
me nothing for
tone.
this. This is
Okay,
just
okay. Oh, yeah.
All right. So who verse was better on Verbal Intercourse? Keep it real. Like Nas set it off, but
It's
once you
only
heard
Nas.
Woo out of the blue, your family's from Shaolin.
I think
Yeah, it's only Nas.
It's
Nas verse
only
is
Nas?
crazy.
Yeah,
Nas verse
yo.
is crazy.
One time, when that
Hit me
album
off
came
with
out,
that Green Bay hat. Watch your back inside the hole. He talking some jail stuff. Nas can't talk no jail. Ghost is talking about some jail stuff.
when I
Yeah, but
first
that
heard
shit
him
don't
say,
even.
when I first understood and heard him say it's like a cycle, niggas go in and whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I was with my son Glowworm. Shout out to Glowworm, and we just
Peace to
got pulled over
Glowworm.
by the police, and then
Mhm.
we was playing the album and I'm like, holy shit, it's happening right now. We're about to get arrested. Like that whole verse was only Nas.
No,
And I
Nas
was
was crazy. And I actually got a chance to see them perform that
yeah,
at the Wu-Tang Nas show, and I
Damn,
went with
wish I could
Wise
have
in
saw that.
Ohio. Man, yo. Man,
Damn.
that's one of my favorite
but
joints, yo.
Doom ain't fucking with no Nas though.
First of
Nah.
all, all right, listen. This is where like
Well, I like Doom. I love Doom.
all right, but look,
Doom is not.
who is Nas? Who is Nas? Nas is the son of G Rap, right? And Traj. Can we agree with that?
Yes.
Can we
Yeah,
agree with that? All right.
Yes.
Agreed.
Who's Doom? Who is Doom? The son
Doom
of
is
who?
Doom. Doom is Doom.
That's
But-
why I got Doom. That's why I got and Doom.
Doom ain't doing songs like Nas on any level, like different type of songs, different type of beats. Doom ain't really changing his flow too much. You know what I'm
He got
saying?
Vic when he
And
Victor Vaughn
then
when he
he's
Victo
not
when he
doing
Vic.
Doom ain't doing songs that's
I'm
like
you know what
super.
separates them? Nas got songs with the greatest titans in hip hop history and probably smoked everybody.
But if you put
Everybody.
Doom on shit like that, he get busy though. Doom
I'm
with
sure he would.
Doom smoke plug one and plug two.
Nas has probably made records with the top 50 go like the
Doom
top 50
smoked
greatest.
Paz. Doom
Yeah, yes,
smoked
I agree
Pops
with
the
you. I
Noose.
agree with you.
He
I
smoked
agree
Pops
with
the
you.
but they
Noose.
can't really
He
rap.
smoked RZA.
I
Doom
agree
smoked
with
RZA
you.
too.
I agree with you. But Nas has
Doom
been
is
on
Not a
busy.
records
lot of
with
people could
If
every
you're
smoke
on like
RZA.
other rappers, he's gonna
N-
get busy. But
Nas has
Doom
Doom,
been
never
on
Doom,
gonna get
records with
songs like
everybody
Nas
and
and them
never
songs.
no,
You think Doom will smoke RZA? Nas ain't smoke Priest.
no. And Gun for Gun?
No.
Is that a real song?
Gun for
I never
Yeah,
Gun?
believed it.
yeah.
I
That's
never
on
believed
Priest's
that was a
album.
real song.
It's on the
Nah,
offering or
that's on.
priesthood? No, the offering?
It's on
Yeah,
the
No,
I
behind
never
the
offering. It's on
scenes
the
knew.
blast.
offering. It's on the.
I always
No.
felt
It's
like
on the offering. It's
The
on the offering.
offering.
Nas did a song with Killer Priest. I could never believe it.
Gun for
Yeah,
Gun.
he
Yeah,
did
that's
it.
No,
Yeah,
crazy.
I
gun
He
for
know
got two
that's
gun.
a
songs.
song.
He got two songs with Killer
Yeah,
Priest.
Black Cardinals is
Is
he
another
got a
one.
song.
Got two
Yeah,
songs with
Black
Priest.
Cardinals. Yeah,
Nas
yeah,
says the
yeah.
word Killer Priest in there.
Yeah.
No, it's a real song. Like that's
It's a
not
real
no
song.
put
Nah,
together. It's a
he said Nasdaq Dow Jones Killer Priest. Yeah, he
Yeah,
said it.
hmm
I think I've heard one of them once. I could never
You probably
believe
heard
it.
Gun for Gun. He Priest smoked Nas on Gun for Gun.
I
I
don't
never
know
hear
what.
That's
Doom
what
get
Priest
smoked.
said. That's what Priest said. He'll make what he say he make Hitler wear a
Mussolini
kufi.
wear cool. Yeah,
No, he said
wait,
make
Hitler
he
wear cool.
make no, he said I make Mussolini wear a kufi and Hitler wear a yarmulke. I don't know. He said something crazy.
Something
He said
crazy like
something
that.
crazy.
Yeah, I ain't never hear Doom get smoked though. That's what I'm saying.
With other rappers, he's gonna get busy, but he's not doing shit like Nas is gonna do on that
He
level.
smoked Mock Homie.
Like,
He smoked Mock Homie. He smoked
like
Euro Droog, Freddie Gibbs, West
those
Side
songs, I don't
Gun.
think are real neither. I think they somehow kind of got Doom versus
They
because
meshed it together. Yeah. I mean, nah.
I don't see I don't see
The
Doom
one,
doing a
yeah,
song with
but
fucking
nah.
Doom.
Those songs he did, Doom was already back in the UK anyway. Because
Yeah,
remember he got deported or
yeah, that's
whatever.
true.
Did he
That's
get
true.
deported or he left? Something
Nah,
happened with the visa or
yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah.
and that's where he ended up getting sick and ultimately passed away.
Because Doom got a lot of not so good shit. JJ Doom wasn't so good.
I didn't like
Um,
JJ Doom.
yeah, you know
I
what I'm
didn't
saying.
like JJ Doom. I didn't like Neruvian Doom neither.
Yeah, see what I'm saying. But it's still
But
Doom. Born Like This was alright. You know what I'm saying.
I think that was put together too.
See what I'm saying. So it's
It
like,
sounded like a put together joint. It sounded like a put
yeah,
together,
but
but
Doom
you
was around for that.
Mad Villainy, um, Vaudeville Villain,
That was alright.
Food, Operation
Yeah,
Doomsday.
those are the ones. Doom got a lot
Nah,
of good albums.
Vaudeville Villain is crazy.
Yeah,
Vaudeville Villain is crazy.
Oh, I wanted to say this about Nas real quick because they released that Mass Appeal announcement where
yeah.
Mass Appeal's dropping like a bunch of albums, I guess, for 2025, and they said, what is it, De La Soul? They got a Mass Appeal got a De La Soul album coming out. The Nas DJ Premier album is definitely coming out now. That's
Mm-hmm.
officially confirmed. Who else was on that list?
And then
There was
Ray and Ghost is on there too, right?
Ray and Ghost as a
Supreme
joint album.
Clientele 2 and Emperor's Clothes
Supreme
2.
Clientele too. Right, yeah.
Right,
You
yeah.
know what I mean?
That's
Big
that's
L.
dope, man.
I'm
That's
waiting for
dope.
that Blue and Cream. Yeah, that's Supreme Clientele too. Blue and
The Big
Cream.
L albums
Yeah,
dropping.
that's I'm looking forward to all of that.
Big L.
Chef.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
dropping a
yeah,
Big
yeah.
L
Big L's on the lineup. Yeah, Big L
and a
I
album.
Slick
don't want
Rick
to.
album.
I mean, but what we got some unreleased Big L bars or something,
I
or the
believe
same
so. Yeah.
bars?
Yeah,
No,
I
I believe
mean,
it's unreleased. I believe that he had some material that, you
and the
know,
Slick Rick
I
album.
heard
Yeah,
I
Lyricist Lounge is back. I heard Lyricist
m-
Lounge is back.
I don't think
well,
so.
Nah,
Um,
I was listening to
you mean
Angela.
under the
He
loop?
had
Yeah, bro.
Capadonna and Mathematics on there promoting the new Wu Tang album that's actually coming out Friday. Um, they was talking about it, and they said that Kappa confirmed like they doing something at Lyricist Lounge. They doing something
That's
with
dope.
Lyricist Lounge. Yeah,
That's dope,
That's
man.
what's up.
Yo,
the
so
Lyricist Lounge used to be my joint.
yo, peace to all the listeners. You know, whether you're listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, whether you checking us out on the video live or you going into the archives and checking out the episodes. I believe this is episode 57. Drop some comments, you know, any listeners that if you made it to this very end of it, you know, drop some comments. Let us know who your Mount Rushmore for New York City is. Let us know if you got a Mount Rushmore for hip hop in general, hip hop culture. Whatever you think, female Mount Rushmore, whatever you want to say, sound off, man. And we'll definitely, you know, we could touch on it on a later date. You know what I'm saying? But
Yo, we need to do a Mount Rushmore for the wackest dudes in hip hop,
yeah,
for the
for
wackest
real,
MCs.
for real, for
Word
real.
up.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, let's do that. Let's pick that up. Let's pick that up.
Nah, yo, it's a lot of dudes that's trash out
Yeah, no, we
there.
could do right. Top
A lot of
25
trash.
trash. Top 25
Word,
trash. You know what I'm saying?
word.
Yeah, but man, salute to everybody, man. Everybody supporting, viewing. You know what I'm saying? Thank y'all, brothers, man. Have a good night, man. Peace and love. Salute.
Peace.
Peace.